How do you find that balance then between what people see, what people want, and what you're trying to do?
It's a difficult context because we arrive a lot of expectation. I try to warn people about the moment. I feel that in this season, all the fans, I think all the staff here also are a little bit tired because it's a lot of stuff, a lot of things are happening in our club, and I feel that is my job to try to push everything, to try to like I did in the last game, trying to focus all the people here in our club in the big picture. Sometimes it's hard, but for that you need to win games to help you to cope with everything. In this moment, it's hard to win three games in a row, 2 games in a row. So we are in the difficult moment, but we are fighting. I'm seeing small things that is hard to explain to the people, but I'm seeing small things not just in the games but also here in Carrington, that we are finding our way to return to a good moment.
That's just it. You've spoken recently about how you feel you finally adjusted to Manchester United life, but you are taking, it seems, everything on your shoulders. And everything associated with this club, whether that be on the pitch, off the pitch, is happening at the same time.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit a risk because it's a lot of pressure on everybody, not just in the manager, but also the board, the staff. There's a lot of responsibility, and we know the position in the table. It's really hard to cope with that and to push every week for that passion and energy that we have to change things, do things around. But it is our job and it is my job, and we are doing everything at the same moment. But it's a risk, but it's going to take us a lot of time to improve. So we are trying to get everything right in the same moment for starts maybe in the next season to play better, to have all the things organized. We have the new building, and we want to open that new building with new standards and everything in place to try to improve for the next season.
You're clearing paths. You've spoken about clearing the pathway.
Yeah, there's a lot to do, and we'll have I don't want many years, but some years to
enjoy it.
The small things, the small wins, everything is really important to enjoy. To have the energy to help all the people of our club to go in that path, to return to that days of glory. But it's going to be hard. We have to enjoy it, but we are doing everything now. Suffering everything now to enjoy more in the future, and then spend a lot of years trying, but also with doing the same mistakes. We are trying to address all that issues in this season, and I think it's going to pay in the future.
You were a pundit before, once you finished your playing career, and you've just mentioned there about returning to the days of glory. What's wrong with having ambition?
Yeah, it's not. I understand what people are saying, because if you look our team playing and the results, it's hard to imagine big things in this moment for our club. But we need to, in the darkest moment, we have to have a light and a path, and that is clear here. And I'm sure. I don't know if I'm going to be here, but the way we are thinking things, we are going to return and we are going to win in the future. But then is the risk. We are doing a lot of things, we are not winning games, and when you don't win games, sometimes you have to change people, and we know that. But as a club, I think we are doing a lot of things that they are hard to do it. A lot of people in the staff are paying that price, but we are doing the things that we should do to win in the future.
Why shouldn't you be here?
No, I'm just.
If that was to happen.
I'm just saying I'm just saying that there is things that depends of the results, and that is the players and the managers. But the idea of the club, with the image that we have, the reviews that we have every year, everything, if you have a path, a clear path, we are going to do it. No matter the person is here, we are going to do it. That is, for me, is clear, and we are trying to build that path. That's of course I want to be here, but I'm really honest, and I know that my job depends of the results. But the way we want to do things, that don't depend of the results. We can do it clearly.
Results depend on scoring goals as well. I know that's been a problem. You also have spoken about how your pride has been dented as a coach because it hasn't gone so far the way you want it to go here. But also confidence of the players as well. That would have been knocked as a player because the results haven't been going well for them. So how do you find a formula for that?
It's hard. It's just winning games. We need to have a little bit luck in certain games. But I think this season is really hard to turn things around because that feeling is here. And to tell you the truth, I feel sometimes there is scars in our team, in our players. They are good players, but they are so deep. They are so long here that it's hard to change things in one moment. And then all the things that some players have one coach, and then comes a new coach, new hope, new momentum, and then we go to the same place. Imagine what it is this for any person in any job, but imagine this as a player with all the media and the social media. So it's really hard to turn things around just like that. But like I said, in football everything can change, and you see some teams that are fighting sometimes in the low bottom of the table in the next season are in a different way. Sometimes without big or massive changes. So we'll see, we can change this in the future.
We've seen with Arsenal, with Mikel Arteta, he has been given time to build, and Arsenal have gone close to winning the Premier League title, which, as we spoke about, is an ambition of yours. But it shows just how hard it is to achieve that.
Nowadays it's different. The clubs are all the clubs, not just 3 or 4. All the clubs are prepared to sign a lot of good players, and the difference is not so big. And you have some players fighting in the bottom of the league that can play in the big teams. So it's the best league, and we have to be really clear on the path that we want to take, because we are late, and that teams are going to still improve. There's a lot of money coming for the viewers on the Premier League, and every team has the revenues to buy players. So it's going to be hard to regain that feeling that we are the biggest and the best club in England. We have the history and the pedigree that you cannot buy, and we have that. We have to use it. But for that we have to win it again, and to have that feeling that we are good on the pitch.
And to go back to that intensity, that rivalry of the Manchester United Arsenal fixture, Arsenal Manchester United of years gone by, the intensity, the Roy Keane, Patrick Vieira days.
Yeah, it's a completely different time, and Arsenal is fighting for the title. And we are in the different situation, so we cannot compare the time that occurs to this moment. Even the confidence of our players, and if you play in Old Trafford, even with all that support, I feel that people are tired. People are so anxious. One goal kick, one opportunity from the opponent, and you feel it in the stadium. You cannot blame the supporters. So what we can do is focus in every game and try to imagine what we should do to regain that feeling that we are fighting for the title. So it's just focus on the game. We know that is really important for our fans, but let's take it as a game where we want to win, but also to improve the team.
But in the future, bring that back to what it was.
Yeah. And that is the goal. That feeling, because that feeling gives confidence to the players. But we are in my mind, we are far from that in this moment. But like I said, we know what way to use to get that.
Ruben, there's always the future.
Yeah, yeah. The past you cannot change, but the future it's possible to change, and we are all the people here are really focused on that to improve the club, and we know that we want to be here, and we know that there's a lot of changes occurring here, but we believe a lot, and we want to be part of it.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel, your go-to destination for everything Manchester United. Today, we've got some strong and honest words from Ruben Amorim as he opens up about the difficult challenges he's facing at the club. He talks about the struggles on the pitch, the weight of responsibility, and his vision for United's return to glory. Fans, you're going to want to hear this. Before we dive in, make sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you never miss a single update on United. We're bringing you the latest news, transfer updates, and exclusive insights every day. We are fighting. Amorim's honest take on United's struggles. It's no secret that Manchester United are going through one of the toughest periods in recent years. Amorim himself admits that the season has taken a toll, not just on the fans, but on the players, the staff, and everyone involved. He describes the atmosphere as tired, with a sense of fatigue and frustration after so many setbacks. But despite the rough patch, Amorim insists that small improvements are happening behind the scenes. He believes that United are finding their way back, even if the results aren't showing it just yet. We are in a difficult moment, but we are fighting, he says, pointing to progress at Carrington and in training. United will return. Amorim's big ambition. What about the future? Amorim is adamant that United will return to the top, even if it takes time. He acknowledges that results are everything in football, and that pressure is high on him, the players, and even the board. He draws comparisons to clubs like Arsenal, who have built towards success over time. He insists that United need to be patient and stick to a clear plan. I don't know if I will be here, but I know one thing: Manchester United are going to return. The way we are thinking, we are going to win in the future. But there's a big risk. If results don't improve, changes will be made. He openly admits that his job depends on results, but insists that the club's long-term vision must remain no matter who is in charge. The players have scars. Confidence issues in the squad. One of the biggest problems Amorim highlights is the mental state of the squad. He talks about the psychological scars left by years of instability. Too many players have gone through, manager after manager, each bringing new tactics, new ideas, and new hope, only to see the team fall into the same struggles. He makes it clear turning things around won't be easy. He says it's hard to explain to people, but these things take time. The players have been through so much, and confidence doesn't just return overnight. The Premier League is tougher than ever. Amorim also speaks about how competitive the Premier League has become. Every club, even those near the bottom of the table, has quality players that could play for the top sides. The days of just 3 or 4 dominant teams are long gone. Every club has the financial power to invest in top players and coaches. He warns that United can't afford to fall further behind, and that the club must stick to its long-term project. We have the history, the pedigree that you cannot buy, he says. But we must win again to restore our status. A final message. To the fans, Amorim acknowledges that fans are frustrated, but he calls for patience and belief. He knows that Old Trafford has lost that fear factor. Even the energy in the stadium feels different now, but he insists that if United stay focused, rebuild properly, and embrace the hard work ahead, they will once again compete at the highest level. We know the way forward. It will take time, but we are doing the right things to get there. What do you think, Reds? Now we want to hear from you. Do you believe Amorim is the right man to lead this rebuild? Can Manchester United return to the top under his leadership? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget, hit that like button and subscribe for more daily updates on Manchester United. We'll be back soon with more news. Glory, glory, Man United!